Something a lot of you guys probably don't know about me is before I started my consulting business, before I started this YouTube channel, I played poker professionally, and I did that for about 6 to 7 years. And as I was studying poker, you're essentially studying optimal game theory. What is the most optimal, beneficial, and profitable play that I can make in this current moment with the information that I have? And if you had to break down poker into its essence, like what's it all about? What differentiates a successful player from an unsuccessful player? You would realize pretty damn quickly that it's all about decision making. It's not about one game or one tournament, one hand, or even one street. It's about making the best possible decision you can every time new information is brought forward to you. And over the years, as I was studying poker, I couldn't help but realize the ridiculous amount of similarities between playing optimal game theory poker and playing optimal game theory life. So today I'm going to show you guys 3 types of decisions that we make in poker and in life. So when you're using this perspective, every single decision you make is going to fall into one of 3 categories. And that's positive EV decisions, negative EV decisions, and neutral EV decisions. And EV stands for expected value. So when you make this particular decision, whether in poker or in life, do you expect to have a positive outcome, a negative outcome, or a neutral outcome? So positive EV, you're gaining chips, you're making a profit. These are the types of decisions we want to be making. Negative EV means we're losing chips, and neutral EV, as I'm sure you already know, means that you're not gaining anything, but you're not losing anything. You're staying exactly where you are. Now, the cool thing about this is how we kind of think when we're playing poker, but this is how we can think when we're playing life as well. And the easiest way to explain this is to relate it to the business world, because the business world is a lot like the poker world, where the main value is money. The main thing we're after is making a profit, and you could argue for sure the businesses should have other ideologies on their mind, but certainly making money is one of the main objectives, and it's also an easy way to measure things because numbers are easy. 10 is more than 5, negative 5 is less than 0. So yeah, it's an easy way of demonstrating this example. So if you were to merge with another company, and after 5-10 years, you've gained 80% to 150%, however much equity, then you would say you made a positive EV business decision. Or vice versa, perhaps you came out public with your stock, and it ended up dropping like a shit ton of points, and maybe you lost 30%. Then you would say it was a negative EV business decision. Now, where this starts getting really fun is when you start taking this and applying it to different sections of your life. So this essentially has no boundaries. You can apply it to anything, but we could think about your relationship equity. So the relationships you have with your friends, with your family members, with people of the opposite sex, are you making decisions which are influencing you positively or influencing you negatively? That could be, how much time you're spending with these individuals. Of that time, is it quality time? Are you just sitting there dicking around on your phone? Whatever way you want to measure it. Then you could also use health equity. If you follow a diet where you're eating strictly organic foods, that's going to be, a positive decision for your health. Whereas if you're going to the club and you're double-fisting rum and cokes and you're hammering cheeseburgers and ice cream sandwiches every night, that's obviously going to be a negative decision towards your health. And you can really use this for anything. And you can get small with it, micro, or you can get large with it, meta, and you can kind of start thinking of funny things like humor equity. Like if you were to go to a cemetery and hang out there for the night, you're probably not going to be laughing too much. It's probably be negative EV towards your humor equity. Whereas if you watch the new Dave Chappelle stand-up on Netflix, which I just watched a couple of nights ago, If you're anything like me, you're going to laugh your ass off and your equity is exponentially going to rise. So these are kind of just funny ways of applying this theory to different areas of your life. And what I like to think about the most is positive EV happiness. This is really how I make most of my decisions in life. I say if I'm going to eat this ice cream sandwich, if I'm going to go travel with my buddy to Iceland, if I'm going to go work out at the gym, is this going to make positive EV happiness for me or negative EV? And this gives you kind of a roadmap to guiding your decisions. And the cool thing about poker is if you know the hand that you played and you have an idea of the perceived range of your opponent, meaning that in this particular situation, if this is the very worst hand that he'll play in this situation, and this is the very best hand he's going to play in this situation, then there's all these other hands in between this range, and we're going to take these and we're going to plug it into an online simulator. And what an online simulator does is it calculates that hand over and over and over again for hundreds of thousands of times, and then it spits out a value at the end. And it might tell you that this decision was a plus 20% EV decision, meaning that you're going to make 20% on your investment every time you make this decision, or it might tell you that you're going to lose chips if you make this decision. And unfortunately, we don't have these simulators in life, so we can't just plug in our decisions and have some computer tell us what we should do. But we do have these beautiful things called brains. And what brains allow us to do is essentially make these calculations for us. And both in poker and in life, there's a lot of variance, but there's also a lot of incomplete information. Meaning that if we had more information, perhaps we'd make a different decision. But all we can do is our best with the current information that we have. So this is just kind of a very analytical way of looking at life, but I also think it's a very valuable way of looking at making the decisions that you make in life. So I thought I would share it with you guys. It's all just food for thought. Let me know what you think down below, and thanks for watching. Peace.